Yo, what is up, guys? And we are back for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And this is more or less kind of like an emergency state of the channel. So me and actually a lot of other Google users, so specifically I have the Google 3 XL, and it seems as though a lot of Google users are not able to upload on YouTube. So this is just kind of like an emergency upload. Just number one, I want to tell you guys, but this is literally going to be completely raw, unedited, this video. If I'm even able to post it, we shall see. But right now, I can't make any content. I mean, straight up until Google figures this out, but there's a whole community. My uploads are getting stuck at 64 kilobytes, and they won't go past it. And it just is stuck at 0%, and it says upload pending. Hopefully you guys are able to see this one. And obviously be expecting a lot more videos in the future. So let's just get that out of the way right now. But while we're at it, I wanted to kind of go over what you guys should expect from the formerly called the download celebration, is now called the worldwide simultaneous campaign or something like that. But you guys get it. It's the worldwide campaign. It's probably what we should just call it. So number one, I do want to go over, I think this is really important. Everyone always wants to know this. So remember that this is going to be from everything, right? So if you can earn every single stone, if you log in every single day, this is what you're going to get. So from part one, 553 stones. Very, very good. Part two, 315 stones. Somehow that adds up to 1,070. That math does not work for me. I must be missing something. Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, it must have been first place in the. No, I don't get that. But let's just say between 800 and 1,000 stones. That is not 1,070 stones. I do not get that. Oh well, whatever. Somewhere between 800 and 1,000. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There's the remaining 152 right here. Okay, so that makes sense. So counting the live stream, and then the countdown, part one and part two. Over 1,000 stones, so not bad. So basically, our final stone tally has already started, right? Because we're in the countdown campaign. So that is always something that we should go over. So let's kind of go over what I think will be. It's essentially, in my opinion, it's going to be more or less a cut and paste with maybe one or two differences. So we might have. It was kind of a cool little movie they did where everyone was in the cell games and that kind of thing. I don't think we'll be getting a live stream just based on, circumstances around the world, right? The global pandemic. I wouldn't wager that they'll be gathering in one single room to do a live stream, and just unless they do some kind of Zoom thing or a pre-recorded thing. I don't think it's going to be a quote a live stream, but they have confirmed that they are doing a Dokkan Now. So remember that Dokkan Nows didn't come out until after this. Those came out in December of 2019. So I would wager that we would have got one last year, but they hadn't thought of it or they hadn't implemented it yet. So be expecting one of those. Now, I think probably you could count on 50 stones, I would say. That seems about right for a hype celebration. These are just login bonuses. And then, what is this? Yeah, those are missions. Now, this ticket banner, we already know that essentially everything up until Dokkan Fest Piccolo is going to be on the ticket banner. You can actually check in-game right now. It's actually in-game. You can look and see the units. You can actually summon on the banner as well. I wouldn't recommend doing it quite yet until we get those treasures. That's what I'm probably going to save my tickets for, because I don't need a ton of the units on that ticket banner. If you guys are still unfamiliar with how that works, in the past for the download celebration, they tally all of your stones that you've used throughout the year. And then they give you tickets. So they give you one summon ticket per 50 stones. So essentially per multi, right? But per stone, per 50 stones you've used. And that counts for, refreshing stamina, refreshing the Baba Shop, that type of thing. So all of those things count towards it. If we keep going. So just so you know, you will be getting summon tickets, but they're replacing the tickets with treasures. And the treasures you can actually exchange for just straight up characters that you don't have. Again, including Dokkan Fest Piccolo, including Namek Goku, those types of units. So And then, of course, you know, dating back to like the very first Dokkan Fests, a lot of the monotype leaders and stuff like that. If you guys are missing like Int Kid Boo and like Boohan and stuff like that, probably a good opportunity to pick them up. You'd probably be able to pick them up with red coins, I would imagine, too, if it is a ticket or if it is a stone banner as well. I can't confirm that, but I would presume, right? So let's keep going. We'll definitely get something like this. We'll definitely get the tile breaking contest. I mean, essentially it's not going to be this exactly, but it's going to be something similar. These are just extra dragon stones, you know, that type of thing. We're going to get a ton of stones. So let's see. We're going to come back to the banner, of course. So there's the Dokkan, you know, events. There's the Dragonstone sales. Oh yeah, we'll probably get another Redstone, so that's very, very nice. And then if you buy them, you can recruit characters from the premium Dragonstones. We'll see how they handle those. I was not a fan of what they did during the anniversary. I thought those LR packs were really cheesy, giving us old-ass LRs. Just, you know, I don't know, it just didn't seem really worth it to me, personally. I ended up getting just a few copies of Fizz Cooler, and now he's rainbowed, so that's really, really good, right? So that's what I ended up doing with mine. Again, these new story event, like, we know, like, all of this stuff will be coming. SBR is already up, I'm pretty sure. We are confirmed getting a new boss rush. It's actually going to be going into maintenance in just a couple of days, I believe. So these tickets, as I was just saying, are being replaced with treasures, and you can probably exchange the treasures just one for one for tickets, and you can summon on the banner. Or, you know, hopefully they do it in a way where, like, it's similar to the red coins, where, like, maybe you can buy, you know, a Dokkan Fest unit, one of your choice, for, let's say, 40 treasures. Instead of just summoning on the banner and hoping to get lucky, maybe you can exchange for 40 treasures. That would be a similar sort of conversion there. You know what I mean? So here, let's keep going. First place. Oh yeah, okay. There's the Elder Kai banner. Definitely a new version of Ultimate Clash. This, I don't know what they're going to do with this, because when this was up, they didn't just drop these banners and you couldn't summon on them unlimited times. Like, you only got one summon on these banners. So I don't know what they'll do with this. They could potentially just leave all the banners up. I mean, they want people to summon on banners. Might as, or maybe you know, every couple days you switch it up, something like that, you know. Maybe like on each respective day, maybe you can summon on one of the banners. So like on Monday, so Monday is AGL day, right? So maybe you can summon on the AGL banner on Monday or something like that. You know, they could do something like that, but I don't really know what they're going to do with it, to be honest with you. Hidden Potential should definitely be up. And then that's part one. Part two, definitely be expecting like an Easy A. We already know Hercule is getting his Easy A, the LR Hercule, the quote-unquote summonable, but he's really like free to play with friend point summons, right? So Epic Clash campaign, another movie. I don't know if they're going to do stuff like that. I don't see why they wouldn't. But again, we are going to come back to the banner. The introduction of the Extreme Z area. I'm pretty sure this was the intro of it, right? But we'll definitely be getting an Extreme. I would wager that the Tech Hercule, the LR, is going to be an easy area. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed at this point, but I would wager. We are getting another stage of Infinite Dragon Ball history in part two, so be expecting that. This, if you check in-game currently, it ends on the 14th, I'm pretty sure, so you guys can check that out. Top Legendary Summon, we can expect that in probably a similar time, mid-September, right? So I would definitely wager that is definitely going to happen. More Dragonstone sales, more campaigns, World Tournament, certainly possible. I don't see why not, to kind of round out the celebration. Super Strikey, I mean, this is nothing new, right? Probably I would be expecting a new wallpaper, that kind of thing. And that's basically what we can expect. But one thing I do want to go over is the banners. So specifically the Gohan and the Cell banners. Remembering that these Dokkan Fest banners are going to be 10 featured units. So if we look here, Gohan and then Int Android 16, who I hate, were kind of the two headliners, primarily him, right? He was pretty much considered at the time when his info dropped, before we knew about his horrendous transformation restrictions. he was going to be basically considered like the best unit in the game. And he is still definitely probably a top 10 unit in the game. Defensively, you almost can't beat him, except for maybe LR Kalen Caulifla in the Legendary Goku event or something, but you basically can't beat this guy in terms of defense, right? Really, really good. And not too bad offensively when he transforms, but other than that, what are you going to do? Very, very specific circumstances. Hopefully they don't do any bullshit like that. Also, if you guys have not been clued in yet, I imagine you have, it is going to be a Super Vegito, or at the very least, it's going to be a Goku and Vegeta unit that fuses, or at least we presume. At the very least, that's going to be the SSR, right? Because we've seen the app icon has changed. It seems pretty clear that that's what it's going to be. That's what you're going to be summoning for, and they will fuse into a Vegito, maybe an active skill into Super Vegito, something like that. Will be cool. That is one half of the Dual Dokkan Fest. And then the other half will be Buhan, right? So it'll be a Super and Extreme Dual Dokkan Fest. I assume, they could completely hoe us over and not do that, because remembering that, the pool is more limited, right? So look here, only 134 SSR, so your odds of pulling, the main features are better, right? Even on a 10 featured unit banner, far, far better than like on a... with all of the whole entire pool of SSRs. There's like, on JP, I think there's 234 SSRs or something like that, and that's before they introduced 2 more units, so we'll just say 236, somewhere in that range, so almost 250 SSRs in the pool, so you guys get it right. And then if you look at this banner, it's still to this day not too bad. These two are definitely the stinkers on the banner. And for a lot of people, probably this guy and then this Fizz Vegeta. A lot of you probably have them with multiple dupes, so not going to be a real hype pull. Hopefully they do not put them on that banner. God, I hope not. We've had a lot of these guys on recent banners. I could definitely see them throwing Tech VB. I haven't seen him on a banner in quite a while now. I could definitely see them throwing him on the banner. But there are a couple of units that I think we will be getting, and one of them is going to be Bardock. I think AGL Bardock is going to make his return on Global. And then I think on JP, more than likely, they'll replace him with Gotenks. So Gotenks will make his return. And then, of course, Tech Transforming Boo will make his return on the Extreme version of the banner. So I think AGL Bardock will be... And if he's not, dude, he better be on the next Dokkan Fest, because he has not been back since... Not even been back. His original banner was in March 18th, right, on Saiyan Day. So that was his original banner, and he has not been back. And it's been, how long ago was March? It's been, what, 5 months, 6 months, something like that? So 5 months. And then another unit I think that they will bring back on this hero sort of banner is going to be this guy. Future Gohan, I think undoubtedly will be on this banner. Just like it seems perfect, right? Especially considering we presume it's going to be a super and extreme type sort of banner. So I would definitely wager that he would be on the banner as well. He's going to be the sort of the other, kind of like the third unit on the banner, unless they include the SS4s. They could very well include the SS4s, and I don't think they would, because they haven't been on JP in quite some time. I know that we kind of just had them on Global, but they have not been on JP in quite some time. So be expecting the Super Saiyan 4s on these banners as well. Not a horrible thing, right? So probably they will be on the same banner. I don't know how they're going to handle the extreme type banner and what sort of, because there's only one LR Dokkan Fest that is extreme, and it's LR and Cell, right? So I don't know how they're going to handle it, to be honest with you. I guess we'll kind of see what happens, but they could throw the SS4s on there. So that would kind of be my pick for what they were going to put on this super type banner. And then one unit I think they will not put on the super type banner, unfortunately, is this guy. So remember that these guys came out in May. May 8th was not that long ago. That was really not that long ago. So that's only like that would be basically a 3-month turnaround. That's not that long in gacha game history. I think in some games, like in 7 Deadly Sins and stuff, units come back after like 2-3 weeks sometimes. So, when everyone was summoning for, was it Blue Escanor? And like he came back on like a banner like 3 weeks later or something like that. So like a little different in Dokkan, right? I mean, with great regularity, we don't see units for 6 months or more. I mean, look at Tech Hit. We didn't see him for literally a full calendar year. Now, I think they're getting better about it. I think Hit was kind of the last unit they're going to probably do that with. But remember, in Janemba, we didn't get Hit. We didn't get his EZA for 9 months. Same thing with Tech Gold and Frieza. Absolutely ridiculous, and for seemingly no reason, right? So I would wager that this guy and then, of course, this guy will not be back, unfortunately, because remember, this guy starts out as a superclass unit. So it wouldn't really make a ton of sense to put a superclass unit on an extreme type banner. So we'll go ahead and get out of here. And then if we can kind of just leave it on this page right here. This is going to be, we can kind of move on to like the super type banner. I think the extreme type. I think STR Cooler is an absolute shoe-in, and he better goddamn be on this banner. I'm going to be very, very upset. We got completely shafted. It's, in my opinion, that was one of the worst global shafts in history. I know that it seems so crazy. And I know they replaced Cooler with like kind of another hype unit in the Blue Kaioken. But dude, the power level of Cooler compared to STR Blue Kaioken, it's not even close, dude. And then like the team that he runs in Transformation Boost, Terrifying Conquerors, like dude, get out of town. Like this dude is so much better than Blue Kaioken. And I like STR Blue Kaioken. I was very, very hype on him when he first came out. But, you know, his defense just cannot keep up with his offense. His defense is just not great. It's very subpar. Even with the link leveling update, it's just not that great, unfortunately. Not enough of his links give him defense, even at link level 10. So that's a unit, another unit. I don't think they'll put him on the banner, but you never know. Remember that he was just back right before the anniversary with Fizz-Beerus. Fizz-Beerus, I don't think they'll put on the banner either. I mean, that would be crazy hype if they did. But Fizz-Beerus was just on the JP banner as well. What was he on? He was on the one right before. Right before Tech Gohan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. So, Fizz-Beerus, I wouldn't anticipate being on there either. But this guy, STR Cooler, man, like I said, he damn well better be on this banner, dude. I'll be so livid. I plan on buying at least one copy of him, and if my summons don't go that well, I'll straight up buy 2 more copies of him. I am not afraid. I have 1,200 coins saved up. I won't even think twice about buying 3 copies. I'll probably end up buying 2 copies just so I can get him to do some additionals, that kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. I definitely want to save some red coins for Tanabata and the Blue Fusions. I would wager I'd have 1,000 coins. By then I can buy a copy of each. It shouldn't be an issue. But in terms of who else can be on this banner, unfortunately, they're going to probably stick us with STR Boo for the second banner in a row, but it just kind of makes sense, right, that STR Boo would be on the banner. Is this not the right banner? Oh my god, that's so funny. I think I pulled up the Fizz Cell banner. Did I do that? Wow, I'm an idiot. Okay. Well, I'm gonna kind of do something on the fly here. This is the new. Let's look for it. Fuck it. Let's just do it. Int Cell banner. So that was clearly not the correct one. This is it right here. Wow, there we go. Okay, so this is the correct banner. Definitely the correct banner here. So, but like Fizz Broly, he was just on a banner. It's not unheard of that for them to put 2 units in a row on the same, like, consecutively on banners. Like, they did it with Transforming Goku and Frieza. Like, literally, like, they put them on like 5 out of 6 fucking banners or something crazy. It was crazy there for a while. They were on every single banner, it seemed like. Same thing with Ink Goku Black. He's been on a bunch. I guarantee you they're going to put STR Boo on there. It just makes sense, right? It's going to be a Buuhan. I could definitely see them putting Int Kid Boo and Int Buuhan on the banner. Both of them, I think, could be on the banner. I'm actually not really looking forward to the Extreme type banner, only because of, like, Cooler is going to be the main attraction to that banner. And then hopefully Buuhan is just utterly busted, and we don't really have much to worry about, right, in terms of that. And then in terms of who the other units I think we could have, so in terms of like support, I think that the choice is obvious for the extreme one, and it's a Babidi unit to go along with a Boo. Like, it just really makes sense, right? Like, we don't have a viable Babidi in the game. The only one we have is an SR Babidi. Just not really cutting it in today's day and age. I think we could definitely use an upgrade for Babidi. And then in terms of this, this one kind of stumps me a little bit, but like I think you could easily the one unit that comes to mind for me is Dende, dude. And Dende is going to buff Namekians and Realm of Gods, man. That would be so sick, dude. And if you can just somehow, Bandai Akatsuki, if you can somehow find it in your heart to put him on another category with Piccolo, so we can get Piccolo to transform on more than just his own team, that would be super, super swell of you to do. So please. And in terms of other units, I just like, could they put Fizz Vegito on there? Maybe. Again, that would make sense. He is a Majin Buu saga leader after all. This whole thing is Majin Buu related. I'm not real thrilled about the Majin Buu saga type thing. Like, I love the Buu saga for sure. But I'm really just more or less concerned about, we just had a Vegito, right? I'm a little bit Vegitoed out between Dokkan and Legends, but I didn't want to make this video too horribly long, and more than likely this is going to be just completely raw, unedited, no music, no nothing. So if you enjoyed the video, slap a like on it. I will be making content as soon as I possibly can in-game. Consider subscribing if you're new. I love you guys. Thank you for the support, and I will catch you in the next one later.